For Coronation Street fans, this news comes as a shocker. Shawn Wilson, who many of us fondly remember as Martin Platt, was set to make a highly anticipated return to Weatherfield. He was going to be part of Gail Platt's AXED storyline, marking a beautiful full-circle moment as Gail bid farewell after 5 decades. But now, everything has changed. Shawn's sudden departure has forced the show's bosses to scrap his scenes entirely, leaving viewers and the cast equally stunned. So, what exactly happened? According to reports, Shawn left the show for personal reasons. This news has blindsided both the cast and crew. Sources say that Shawn was called into the office and told that he wouldn't be returning to set, and just like that, all of his scenes were canceled. It was a shocking moment for everyone involved, especially since Shawn had been so excited about reprising his role as Martin. He even described the experience as like slipping on an old and comfortable jumper. But something unexpected happened, and now the storyline has to be rewritten from scratch. Shawn Wilson first played Martin Platt from 1985 until 2005, before his character left Weatherfield to start a new life in New Zealand. Fans were excited to see him back on screen, and the original plan was to have Martin and Gail rekindle their romance and sail off into the sunset together. A much-needed happy ending after everything Gail has been through over the years. But with Shawn's sudden exit, that plan is now off the table. Sources close to the show have said that the writers are now scrambling to find a new way to wrap up Gail's story in a fitting way. This is no small task, especially considering Gail is one of the most iconic characters in soap history. Killing her off didn't seem right, especially given all the tragedies she's already endured. But now, without Martin's return, the writers will need to come up with something equally magical to give Gail the send-off she deserves. Gail Platt, played by the legendary Helen Worth, has been a central character on Coronation Street since 1974. Fans have watched her go through everything, from multiple marriages to dramatic family crises. She's been a pillar of the show, and her departure marks the end of an era. Helen Worth herself has said that this year felt like the perfect time to say goodbye, and while she's grateful for all the incredible experiences, she's ready to move on after 50 years on the show. But how will Gail's exit play out now? While we don't know all the details yet, we do know that the writers are determined to create an emotional and satisfying farewell. Fans have already been speculating on social media about how her storyline will end, and there's no doubt it will be a tearjerker. Gail deserves a proper goodbye, and even though Shawn Wilson won't be part of it anymore, we're sure the Corey team will find a way to make it unforgettable. As you can imagine, fans are devastated by this news. Many took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to express their disappointment over Shawn's sudden exit and to share their thoughts on how Gail's story should end. After all, Gail Platt has been a constant presence in our lives for decades, and her departure will be an emotional moment for longtime viewers. The question on everyone's mind now is, how will Coronation Street pull off this major rewrite? One thing is for sure, Gail's exit will be a monumental moment in soap history. With 50 years of storylines behind her, Gail's final chapter needs to be nothing short of spectacular. And even though Shawn Wilson's departure has thrown a wrench in the original plans, we have faith that the Coronation Street team will deliver a memorable and heartwarming farewell. That's all for today's deep dive into the sudden shakeup at Coronation Street. As fans, we're all eagerly waiting to see how Gail's story will conclude and what new direction the writers will take now that Shawn Wilson is no longer involved. We'll be keeping a close eye on all the latest developments, so make sure you're subscribed to the Fame Journey to stay updated on this and other major stories from the world of entertainment. If you're as curious as we are about how Gail's exit will unfold, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep following your fame journey.